When we got back to Ohio, it just didn't seem like home anymore. Not that I didn't like it there, but even though all of our possessions were still there, it just seemed like it was used up and empty. Something changed, and I believed it was me. Like Romans 12:2, God's Spirit was transforming me by the renewing of my mind. Something happened to me in Florida that truly changed my values of Cincinnati. Nothing there had changed, but my heart was no longer in Cincinnati. This seemed to give me assurance that we should move to Sarasota. But I thought to just take it one day at a time and be sure before moving forward. Then God had me totally empty my work van and clean it up very well. Questions entered my mind, but I knew God had a purpose for me to do it. Some things I did seemed strange, but I did them anyway. I remember putting Armor All on the rubber floor mat in the cab. I was spray painting the rough spots on the inside of the cargo area where I kept my tools and supplies. I painted the rims and bumpers. I blacked out the back windows. One morning, I caught myself designing a mobile bedroom in the cargo area of the van, with room for my tools. At this point, I felt like Abraham. God's going to tell me to leave without knowing where I'm going, what I'm doing, and evidently hotel rooms are out of the question. So I got to work on the van and had continuing joy and peace as the days went on. I knew I was doing what God wanted me to do, and I was excited. So during the conversion, my most important area that I was concerned with was for my tools, where to store my tools. So when I built the bed frame, I designed an 8-foot drawer to fit underneath the bed to put the majority of my tools in. I had a real good used 36-inch entry door, which I had in the garage. So I used that for the bed top, and I also hinged it so it could be opened. You can see the power converter on the lower left. That is for generating 110 current off of the van battery. So you can run things like a small blender, box fan, different things like that. Here you can see the drawer where I had most of my tools that I used all the time. And then behind the drawer, I stored my nail gun and other tools that I needed. Then on the shelving, I put cardboard boxes, shorts, t-shirts, socks, and underwear. And the bed itself was an inflatable mattress. It worked really well. It was light, easy to handle, easy to take care of. You can see the box fan I installed in a cage in the front, just in case it got real warm. I put a vent in the top. Get fresh air. This is a view of the side door. I put a rod in for clothes, hanging clothes, and then I had my shoes and things in the bottom. It was awesome. I had so much fun. Next, October 1st was directed as my departure date. It seemed to be I would be going to Sarasota for about 6 months and search for where God would like us to have our next home. As my departure date got closer, I could sense that God was showing me that my finances would be limited. I knew already that I had to trust Him to provide for me and continue to lead me. This was an adventure where I had a great opportunity to honor and obey God and prove myself worthy. As October 1st got closer, I was telling Jackie that maybe I'd just go for 3 months or 45 days because fear and doubt was setting in. After God wanted me to trust Him for my needs on this trip, I thought to call Faith Life Church in Sarasota and let them know that I was coming down and that I would be looking for some work if someone at the church could use some help. Then, just 3 days before I left, God showed me I should go to Faith Life Church in Branson, Missouri first for the Week of Increase conference. Confusingly, it looked like I would be leaving home with approximately $700, drive to Branson, Missouri for a few days, then to Sarasota, Florida, find some work, and let God take care of me. I still had my gym membership that I could use anywhere in the U.S. for workouts and showers. So it looked to me like I was going to be a blessed homeless man with a van and shower access. Saturday morning, October 1st, I left for Branson. I planned to drive most of the way and park and sleep for the night and then continue on in the morning. The fact that God had sent me to Branson first had me on pins and needles. I was watching for what reason or reasons. I was so excited I decided to drive straight through, find the church, and then crash for the night. I got off of the highway and took some country roads to slow down and give the van a break, and it also looked like I saved a few miles on the GPS. As I came around the corner, I saw some headlights, but they were higher than a car's headlights. As I slowed down, I noticed it was a tractor. The farmer and his wife were trying to get the cattle back in the field because they had broken through the fence. Now, for some odd reason, the cattle would not come near my van. It was strange. And I thought, well, is this why God sent me to Branson, so I could stop here and help these people? Is this why I got off of the highway? Is this why I decided to drive straight through? I finally arrived in Branson about 1 a.m., got a bite to eat at IHOP, and went to sleep in my new bed. It felt strange, a little scary, and very different. But I was confident that I was in the right place.